Welcome back to Breath of Fire 2. The retranslation, of course. So let us descend into the bowels of Semi-Fort, or whatever it's called now. Something. Fort Nageur. You give yourself a couple of weeks hiatus from a game, you forget all the newfangled names that are given to everyone and everything in the retranslation. But no matter, I'll be all recombobulated just in time for me to not play this again for another few weeks. I got pretty wrapped up in Mother 3 there for a bit, as I'm sure you may have noticed. So we want to talk to this lady here. Are you there? Have you seen my boyfriend anywhere? I'm getting worried. His name's Tata, and he's one of the prison guards. He was supposed to be delivering food to the dungeon, but he hasn't come back yet. If you see him, would you tell him? If you see him, you will tell me, won't you? Well, I haven't seen him yet. Is that so? But in order to see him, we got to scamper all the way up and just don't mind the king. He's the least of your worries. But we'll just go into this very secret passage, which I never would have guessed with that arrow there. And here he is, Tata. Water, help, so thirsty, please, just a little. Let him rot is one of the options. That's just not cool. But let's go back and inform his girlfriend of his whereabouts. I'm sure she would love to know what happened to him. And even if you do want to let him rot, you can't progress the story that way. So if you're alright with that, that's fine and dandy. You there, have you seen my boyfriend? Yeah, we've been through all this. The only difference is, this time, I have seen him. In this dimension. I found him. What? Someone tied him up on the roof and left him there to die? No, who would do such a thing? Oh, I'm sure a very nice chap would do such a thing. So she'll jump in the water and grab some, I'm guessing, while she's under the water. Just fill her mouth full of water so she can French kiss it into her boyfriend's mouth. And rehydrate him to bring him back from the brink of death. The cockles of death, which I don't think is the correct term. But I just want to say cockles, okay? I don't even want to imagine what would have happened if you hadn't helped us. Thank you so much. That cold-hearted bastard calling himself the prince tried to kill me for bringing food to the real Tapita. I wish there was something I could do to help set things right. Tapita may be an irresponsible idiot, but I'll take him to that tyrant any day. Is there anything you need? Enlighten me. You can use the bucket system inside the windmill to get to the lower levels of the castle. Here are these keys, which is what you really need. He also stashed some extra zenny in here. So don't be afraid to grab it. It's the least that he can do for saving his life, is give you money that's, I'm guessing, belongs to the castle. Not him. But he gave you the keys, so you just do whatever you want. So now we just wait for everyone to board the water buckets. And if you're playing, try to get on, and so it coincides with the music. If you do it right, it does. It sort of did there, but not the greatest. And of course, you can ascend once again by going up the full buckets of the water of the Fort Nageur. Buzz, 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 buzz. Help, I don't want to die via Buzzy Beetle. Green bottle fly. You bunch of retards couldn't snag a top prize like me in a million years. It's about time you cashed in. Help! Huh? Who the hell are you? Oh, so another wise guy wants a piece of this action, eh? How about I kiss your ass too? No, I think I will be the one that will be inflicting ass kickery. So I'll just use a little bit of lightning. And some more blunt force trauma. Yeah, counterattack this green bottle fly that is... That's one thing that I agree with the old translation. Because if my eyes don't deceive me, he is more of a yellow than a green. I don't even see any green tips anyplace. I'm not sure why he's a green bottle, but in the original version, he is just a gold fly. He is also foul-mouthed in the original version, and by foul-mouthed I mean he says things such as damn and hell, which back in the day when I saw that I would have been like, holy fuck, he said damn in a video game! Because it just wasn't really a thing back then. Capcom was pretty foul-mouthed on the Super Nintendo. They said, I can't remember if it was 0 or X in Mega Man 3 said damn, as well as this here fly says damn. But in this version, he says retard right out of the gate, which I appreciate because I want the word retard back. Because the word idiot's okay. We're allowed to say idiot, which is what retard used to be. But now, if you want to insult someone, you call them autistic, which I think is even worse, because that's like a technical term. So you're insulting someone for like a technical term. Whereas retard now is like, you call your buddy a retard when he's being a retard. I'm not saying he has autism. My buddy's being retarded. Well, looks like I underestimated you a little. But it'll take more than that to bring me down. Catch you retards later. Yeah. See, he's embracing the retard speech. I just came down here to gather some cockroaches for the prince. Didn't know that thing was down here. Damn, that was a green bottle? Oh. Yeah, and I'm gonna go this way first. Oh, and I'm sure there's some enemies down here. Yeah, let's just automatically defeat them. Oh yeah, they can't even take much of a pounding. Although Dai is doing some pretty decent... Did a counterattack, then a death blow. Attaboy, Dai. Making those opponents like the protagonist of this game and die. Slimy, creepy, crawly things, evil little clicky noises all around, swarms of flying fiends down every tunnel. I don't give a damn if it's hot cuisine. There's no way in hell you could get me to eat these bugs. Oh, hey, I have the initiative on some mimics. And these are really dumb mimics, because they're just kind of wandering around. Like, it's one thing if a mimic is sitting around in a dead-end room all by itself, because then you might actually trick your opponents, but that's why we have the initiative. They're just kind of standing there in a hallway with each other. And they're like... just kind of wandering around. Although they stayed alive up until that point. But one thing to mention is... yeah, like, this would be a good place for them. Except there's already 2. Ooh, Guts Belt. Maybe I can equip that on somebody. But the main thing to take home with the mimics is, I'm gonna give it to Lynn. Just cuz. So how's her guts now? I thought guts was, I guess it's will. Anyways, the mimics, they drop coins. Yeah, I may as well talk about it now. The mimics will drop coins, which you'll want to use to farm for the Manillo guys that you can fish out of the fishing spots. So you can grind here and get coins from these guys if you need to. I wouldn't mind trying to get one, but the chances are it's not a terribly common drop, but they are here. So just bear that in mind. We put our butts on the line coming down here to gather wild cockroaches on the prince's orders. And what did we find? They're all the blue kind. They're not good for anything but stomping. I'd like to shove a couple down the prince's throat for wasting our time like this. Well, you just didn't look properly. Squee! I didn't know that was a cockroach noise. A blue cockroach noise at that. That they go squee. I should probably heal Dai. Even though he's getting all kinds of counterattacks off. Although I think they might go down in one turn. Yeah, there we go. So I'll fight... I'm sure I'll fight another one, and then I'll just kind of heal off screen. Actually, I'll just keep going this way. And I better do a bit of healing. Alright, White Mage Rand. Let's heal the main tank at the moment. A long time ago, some food in the castle pantry went feral and escaped down here. Cockroaches, worms, you know. I hope I never run into one of those things. Those tasty treats might make a meal out of me instead. Oh, you're gonna make me fight the cockroach first? Yeah, because I presume the cockroach must be up this way, up top here. So let us get primed and ready for the next contest. Alright, now that we are primed and ready for the next contest, well, not quite, it's a little bit more to go through apparently. Die getting the mad counterattacks. This way, I guess. Lin and Die, double death blow for the win. See if I can't hustle past this blue cockroach, and I did it. Now here's the real cockroach that we must face off against. So I should probably heal up my party somewhat to make sure I can get through him. Because I don't want to use my dragon technique quite yet. Giant cockroach, squee, squee! That's what does the giant cockroach say? Squee, squee! So what would you be weak against most? Well, you may as well try to lower your defense. That will be my best offense. Ooh, was that 160 or 180? That was some juicy damage on this juicy cockroach. Look how delicious this cockroach obviously is. The way that its thorax pulsates. It's just so edible looking. Just want to eat it up. So let's cast Frost on it, because... oh, it's a bug. It probably doesn't like the cold too much. It's in this dank, damp area. Look at all these death blows. It's a good thing I didn't waste my, my dragon attack. 16, that was hardly worth it. Maybe I'll attempt a fire attack, perhaps. Let's, flare. Let's use a little flare for flare. Wow, I am death-blowing this guy away. 97. Come on, flare. 44. A little bit better. I don't think this thing's gonna survive much longer. Blunt? Let's try lightning just because. See if it's effective at all. And since I'll probably forget, I found out that the mimics are impervious to lightning, so don't use lightning on them, you'll waste your AP. Let's see if this is a waste. Kinda. 75 damage, nothing to sneeze at, but it's not really worth all the AP I used on it, because that was like, what, 11 AP? Yeah, it's not worth 11. I'd be better off just jolting, probably. Jolting and bolting. Thugging and bugging. Because I guess a cockroach is a bug, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be an insect. Not like a spider, which wouldn't be an insect. It's an arachnid. There's a difference. Oh, let's just auto this last turn here. Because I don't think it can take much more. Although I said that, like, what, 5 turns ago now? That I thought it was almost dead. But a cockroach should be kinda difficult to put away. Or it should have, like, 4 hit points and it's constantly like, cockroach isn't dead! You gotta kill it 20 times, you gotta... It's like, cockroaches are like perfect cell. You have to destroy every last cell of them before they, shove off. Speaking of which, 2,000 experience. So we'll just hunk off a piece of its leg, because that's the most succulent portion of the cockroach. Oh, now I have to... Hey, I got a coin for my trouble, so that recoups the loss of a coin that I got from collecting the Buster Sword from the Gobi-looking guy from earlier. Oh hey, am I gonna be able to... I'll only fight one. Making pretty good time so far. We're probably at about, I don't know, I'll estimate 13 minutes for you guys. Or so, it's not an exact science. Alright, blue cockroach, get out of the way. Or not, fine, I'll murder you in cold blue cockroach blood. I'll splatter your blue cockroach blood too. Ooh, that one dropped a vitamin. How nice. Didn't realize the spiders were actually called arachnophobia. I guess I have to go in here from the other direction. So I'm just gonna go around and spare you the walk. Initially, I must be seeing things. Is that a green bottle that just came through here? Yeah, how'd you not hear the show that was going on earlier? When we were fighting and stuff. Ooh, those tasty treats might make a meal out of me instead. Yeah, they might. They seem to be quite ferocious. Yeah, I could have gone this way. Like moths to a candle. Hey, retards! You blind as well as dumb? I'm over here. Come get some. Well, I don't have wings. I was gonna say she can't fly, but in that battle, she's just kind of floating there. Oh, hey, new enemies. But see what I mean? Like, she's just kind of floating there, so she clearly has some basic flight abilities. I would imagine so long as she's going across, like, a level plane, that she could support her own weight, at least for a while. Which makes me wonder, does she have hollow bones? Like, I presume she must, or else she wouldn't be flying like that. Or else one of her attacks should be her flapping wings and watching, like, all kinds of air displace enemies for the amount of force you'd need to flap a wing to lift a 100-some-odd-pound female. I really should use Chop Chop on those poltergeists, since they ignore defense. Easy does it. We'll get this fly. Those spiders were actually called arachnophobia. Which, I guess they aren't spiders. They're just the fear of spiders. Materialized in a physical form. I don't know if you can materialize in any other fashion other than a material form. But I digress, so I'm going to use one of these dragons on this worm here. So I feel like that is the best time to use it. So let's see if I can't reduce your attack. See how much damage Lynn can do. She might be better off with the Chop Chop, and I think she is in this case. She'd be better off healing. Until everyone in my party falls asleep. The white mage is awake, that's the main thing. I can get Lynn to defend in the meantime. Actually, I should probably get her to heal herself. And yeah, let's rejuvenate Die. Surely I have a fish. Or a roast. I could use one of these roasts. You mean I don't have more fish? I thought I had more fish than this. Garfish, that'll do. Eat that garfish, Lynn. You should get extra hit points because you love fish so much. Oh, that actually did give her more than 40, so I am pleased about that. And Die has reawoken. And none of that HP was wasted with the heal. So yeah, let's just beat this guy up a bit more and do some slice. For it did, what, 41 for a regular attack? That did 51. I'm better off doing that than... Well, unless Lynn is to get a critical. I can't critical with the slice. That's the only thing. There, 512. How do you like them apples? They're... water worm. What are you called? What do you call them, the real version? Giant worm? So yeah, let's just punch it up a bit more. I don't think I ever did end up doing blunt, which I would like to have work. There, it's a good thing I didn't do it that time. I would have wasted a death blow. So maybe I'd be better off doing regular attacks. It's hard to say. Come on, blunt. Blunt his attack. Ah, it failed. It's probably not the greatest idea to try that on bosses, but hey. I should probably be healing Nina, for she is getting down there. So let's try a jolt before much else. Because I feel like a water worm should be susceptible to lightning. Although no promises. Let's see. 27, not so much. Maybe Frost, then? I never did heal her. Let's just try Frost again anyway. And use a Garfish on Nina. So she gets the experience. Because I'm gonna want arbitrary experience for a few episodes yet. It's not a... It'll probably still be a good 4 or 5 episodes before I break the game. At least the next while of the game. 45. Killed it, so that was a good attack. Rand reaches a level, and he learned Rejuvenate. And Lynn also gained a level. It's a level-gaining party. Die, got some worm meat. So I suppose I should probably turn around. Looks like old Grandpappy Worm has no match for the retard squad. But there's no prize for coming in second last. Send me a postcard from the loser's circle. So I'ma go around. I might just meet you there. Just as well I cut all that. That took forever. All kinds of random battles. But now I want to go this way. I believe the next battle is right where we fought that cockroach from earlier. So I'm going to continue that way. Yeah, Buzz Buzz. No, the wrong Super Nintendo RPG green bottle. Too fast for you, huh? Yeah. So I'm just gonna blue past all of these cockroaches. I wonder if they're like half dragon cockroaches, hence the blue color. You know, like dye's hair and stuff. Ooh, I got an healing herb from that one. Buzz Buzz, too fast for you, huh? Yeah, I guess. I guess you're too fast for me, seeing as you're ahead of me and all that jazz. All that jazz, and these cockroaches brought the blues. Grinding a few levels, though. Couple of decent levels. Now let's replenish the HPs of my party here with some of these leftover fishies, some of these gar fishies. Those are pretty potent fish recovery. I didn't realize. Maybe they're like a vitamin. Give me 100 HP. What is with you retards? You got bricks in your heads or something? Don't you freaks have something better to do with your spare time, like learn how to think? No. This is all I gotta do with my spare time, believe me. Alright, you retards. Now you've pissed me off. You ready to die, huh, punks? I am ready to die, alright. I'm the best of the best, nothing but prime meat here. We'll see who eats who. Yeah, we'll eat you. So, yes, today's episode is a 3-boss Charlie. Sorry I wasn't able to get a 5-boss Charlie for you, but a 3 ought to do. So let's see if I can't lower its defense, which I probably cannot. See what kind of damage that Lynn can pump out on it with a regular ol' attack. 41. We'll see how the Chop Chop does. Ooh, Death Blow. 104. Yeah, I definitely want to try to lower your defense if it's feasible. It's probably not feasible. Yeah, just keep wasting my AP. You and your counterattacks? If we were in the kitchen, it would be kitchen counterattacks. So let's do stuff to it, like Jolt. And I seriously ran instead of my turn just there, just because of a slip of the finger. Really could have been worse, I suppose. Yeah, eat a garfish, Lynn. You've earned it. Make like the Undertaker and earn it. Look at all these death blows coming out of Die. He's definitely pulling his weight this episode. He knows it's a 3-boss Charlie episode, so he's got all the death blows ready to go. Can I counterattack the slice ability? We're gonna find out here. $81. No, they can't. So that's a bonus. Die, losers. Yeah, it is die, and I guess you could consider the rest of us losers. Oh, you're enraged, are you? Enraged with your 12 attack. 12 damage that you've inflicted. That really wasn't so bad. I'm glad I didn't wait to use my... you suck. In the regular version, this is where it says damn. It's weird that it was changed to you suck here instead of damn or whatnot. But I caught a green bottle. I don't know if I should put it in a bottle, but... Oh, and all the blue cockroaches are gone now. I could progress a bit more of the story, but I think I'm just gonna get out of under here, and unless it immediately thrusts me into the story, I'll end the episode outside of this dungeon. So yeah, I'll just, I'm gonna end the episode while I am ascending on these barrels. So, in any case, thank you very much for joining me on this edition of Breath of Fire 2, the Retranslation. I still go by MegaHarv. And join me next time!